Welcome back, everyone, to episode 5 of the Animal Whisperer Challenge. On the last episode, we fast forwarded through the years, got all our chicken coops up. We've got 7 of them now, um, and made enough money. I sold the eggs today, or this month in November, so we fast forwarded it to here so that we can start on pigs. Now, we bought these two places, these two pieces of land, and my thinking is to put our pig pens down here, our pig sties. So I think we're gonna do that today. I'm probably just gonna go with one to start this year because we do have to get pigs in it. Um, and we're buying a ton of feed right now. We're gonna be buying all the feed for these pigs. We're still buying a bunch of feed for chickens. I do want to get the pigs in. Once I get the pigs going, then I'm going to turn my attention to buying more land to get the chickens to the point where we're not buying food for them. But that's going to take a while. So this is the pin we're going to put in. So it holds 275, which means we need to have 550 pigs uh, to be able to move up the tier. But what I think I'm going to do is my plan is to put 4 of these down eventually, and I'm only going to run them at half capacity. Basically, raise them up, let them breed, and have a baby, and then before they have their second baby, I'll uh, I'll sell them off, and that'll just make room in the pen. We'll basically be turning the babies, but then we'll become the moms, and vice versa. So that way we maintain our 550 or more, or what would it be? Yeah, 275. Yeah, 550 or more that we need for the tier, and because that's the only way we're making money on pigs too is selling them. Now you do make a little. They are going to produce some slurry, I guess, but you're really not going to make much money from slurry, and I'm not even sure how we're handling that yet. Um, you could get them to make manure, but I think manure is not working right in the game yet. So until Giants patches that, but thinking right here looks good to me. It's close to the road. I don't want to mess with the custom fence, and I will say make the meadow, which just makes it a mud hole, but that's fine. We got a little bit of a hump here, but that shouldn't be too bad. Okay, so I think we're gonna go piglets, just like we did. And like I say, they say gestation's 4 months, puberty's at 6. So technically, it's probably gonna be like 10 months when they have their first baby, and then before they go another 4 months to have another one, we'll sell them. So probably around 13 months, and we might just make it a year or so. I haven't quite figured out how I want to do this. It'd be nice if it was not a year and it slowly got offset from our big egg sale, because the way it is now, we just have one huge payday at the end of the year. But so this thing holds 280, even though it said 275, which is good because 275 is not an even number, so it's kind of going to be iffy on if we always had the 550 in here. So this should help. We'll just go with 140. And I think I'll go with these pied ones. 32,000. Let's jump in here and look at the little fellers. I think Giants did a really good job on the babies in this game. Kind of cute. They don't all match either. These pies, different spots, so pretty cool. Um, so yeah, feed. I don't know as if we're gonna fill this right off the bat with feed. I think this thing holds quite a bit, doesn't it? Yeah, 85,000 liters. I've got my trailer down at the store right now to pick up some. I'm trying to think how much I want. I think my trailer will haul 16. Let's see where we at. Animal feed. Make it the liftable ones just in case I want to move them. My trailer might hold more than 16, but I think I'll buy 16 for now. So we'll buy this twice. Like I say, our tractor's already down there, so jump in there and get this loaded, get it back. The pigs, they won't take much food starting out anyway because they're babies. We'll have to see as they grow how much. Need to do the math or look up a video and see kind of how much food they take once they're full grown. Kind of get an idea of what we're going to be spending on food, because I don't foresee growing the pig food. I think I talked about this in the last video. The pig food has got a weird mixture. You need a lot of crops and root crops like beets, which you're probably just not going to plant. So I'll just deal with them with the feed. And the feed is cheaper to buy through the store down there than it is through my buy station by quite a bit. So my buy stations, it's cheaper to buy the chicken feed, like the barley, straight from it, rather than come down here and buy the actual chicken feed that the store sells. But for this, we're gonna have to come down here. Now there's a couple ways that we could feed this. We could pull our trailer up here and basically it would move every bag from here over to that, which is going to kind of be a pain, a bag at a time. I'm going to use the auto load feature, I think, is my plan, and just set the bags off right next to the pen and see if I can't go that route. We'll see. Like I said, I want 4 of these pins eventually, with them basically running half full most of the time. There will be a few months where it's not. So I think if I pull up here, make sure that we are unloading to the left, yes. So do this, pick that all back up. Yeah, good. Bob's your uncle. 16,000. I don't even know how long that'll last. We could be buying a lot of feed, so. That's going to get us started for now. The other thing I should mention, I was doing a little research, or I was in a saved game, just kind of placing down pig pens and other structures to kind of get an idea where on this map I wanted to put them, and I ran into a problem. And I didn't know this. Part of it's because I haven't played a whole lot of Farm Sim, and the other is I just don't play with a lot of animals. But you can only have so many pins on a map, and I don't know if it's map specific, because the one I seen said you could have 15. However, our map here, I could only get 12 down. So as you see, we talked about, we already have 7 chicken pens down, and now we got this one. We're going to end up with 4, so we're going to be at 11. When we go down to place down our sheep pen, we can get 1 down, and then we're going to run into the cap. Now I do play on PC, and there is a mod that allows us a workaround for this. It basically would allow us to have up to 64, but even within it, it recommends either you have a good PC or you spread them out really well. So I assume the reason there's a limit is to do to lag. So having said all that, I'm still probably going to go over the 12, but I am going to try and reduce it. So like these chicken pens, I had talked about that mod that came out last week that it's a bigger pen. So like these hold 360, it'll hold 700. I'll probably replace these 7 with three of the modded pen. We won't have quite as many chickens, but it should help reduce lag. So I'm going to be doing that. And I guess I had talked about it. My complaint with it was the price. I felt it was too cheap. That's not going to be a problem for what I'm doing right here because I've already paid for these. Matter of fact, I'm going to lose money on these when I've got to sell them off. Plus, I'm going to lose chickens. I'm going to lose eggs because I'm going to have to sell off all the chickens first and then start over with chicks. I'm going to lose egg production for a few months. Haven't quite figured out how I'm going to roll that out. I'll probably let these 4 dwindle down, which would actually be tomorrow, I believe. They've only got enough feed to get through tomorrow. And then maybe I'll delete those and put up two pins there, see where we're at after we sell chickens off. I think that's the other thing I'm concerned about. We're gonna, and this kind of stinks. I think we're gonna lose money on the chickens themselves because chicken is one of those that never gets back to value. Now we will be buying them back here, but we paid $50 for some of these, and I believe, yeah, 25 plus the delivery fee. There's no way around the delivery fee because there's no way to transport chickens right now that I know of. Not to mention, I should have mentioned that on the pigs. I'm not gonna deal with a trailer. I've looked at it. Trailers are just flawed in this. Livestock trailers, like the Wilson trailer, only holds 30 some pigs, piglets. That's just ridiculous. It should hold a lot more. I mean, I worked years at Wilson trailer. I know livestock trailer will hold a lot more than that, but it would just be a waste of my time because we're going to be buying and selling thousands and thousands of animals in this series, so I'll probably just have to figure the delivery fee in both ways. It's just going to be part of the deal. But like I said, I think I'm going to start with selling off these 4, maybe even just 2 of them, and putting down that new modded one here and kind of see how that works. So might do that. I might feed the rest of the chickens and we'll jump a month here and kind of take a look and see if we can do that. So that's the plan for now. Okay, we advanced a month. We got all the eggs off of here, and I believe, yeah, the grain is empty in here as well. So they're out of food. We need to sell off all these chickens. So we'll try and do that. Yeah, I mean, we're getting $7,000, which will be enough to buy back the chicks. We're gonna lose production time, really. Um, which stinks, but like I said, we're gonna have to do it to cut down on lag. If that's gonna be an issue, I don't want to be crashing. And we might have to do this. We'll just have to keep our eyes open. There isn't a whole lot of great mods. I don't think there's any pigsties out there yet. There is a nice big cattle barn we'll be using that we can, I think, would work where we only need 1 cattle barn for each of our, so one for the regular cows, one for dairy, one for the water buffalo. So that will cut down on some numbers as well. It is expensive though. Okay, so I think we got all four of these. We better do our save game and go that route. Shut off our save so we don't screw up. And we can sell all these off. And then we'll put down the new one. Let's see, I downloaded the mod. It's this one here. I haven't really looked into this, so we got a food deal on that end. The one thing I didn't like about this mod too is when I seen it, I think like where the eggs come out is inside. You kind of got to go through doors. We'll take a look once we get one down here. I might actually place all three of these while we're in construction mode. I mean, the good news is we're going to take up a lot less room here. The bad news is we're just losing that money through this. Yeah, I guess I should have looked at this a little bit. This is where we buy them. Yeah. Well, I wasn't thinking about that. I'm not gonna be able to get it out. But yeah, this is where the eggs spawn anyway. What I was thinking is I'm not coming in here all the time. I'm not running a forklift, which is fine. I know we got them right here. There's no way to get in. I'm gonna set them to auto sell anyway. I think that's just the route I'm gonna go. So these things hold 22,000 liters. We might have to do some terraforming here. This kind of in a bad spot. But let's come around here, buy some chicks. So to fill this up, let's see here. Another 200. So what's that costing us? 3,000, 4,200. So yeah, like I said, we didn't lose any money by selling them off. It's just we're losing production because these guys aren't going to be ready to lay eggs. I mean, they'll trickle in a few eggs here and there, but it'll be 5 months or so before they're going like they should. Get these all filled, then I'll go around feeding them. So I think we're full. Now let's go back in here to animals. Let me find these coops. Can I do that here? Man, can I even auto sell eggs? You gotta be kidding me. Okay. Well, This is why we save. I'm gonna have to redo this. Jump out, come back in, and redo it because we're gonna have to be able to get in here. There's no way. This stinks. There's no way to autosave, and we're gonna have to get in here to pick up eggs every day. I wonder if that's close enough to the wall that it'll trigger through it. Not a happy camper here. Okay, well, I'm gonna jump out. I'm trying to think how I can even put these to, and maybe I stagger them. I'm probably just gonna have to put them far enough away that I can purchase a forklift later on, but for now they're liftable pallets, so I'll drag them out, I guess, every day. Huge pain. But I'm also hoping maybe if I spread them out enough I can drive along here on the outside and auto load them, but I gotta jump out and try redoing this. I'll be back when I get them placed down right. I think we got these in an okay position. This one might be a little too close to the creek. We left a decent gap. That one's wider than this, but we also got them all full of grain. So yeah, I'm gonna play around with this. I'm either going to, like I said, I've got the liftable pallets on here, drag them out, or I might just have to break down and get a forklift or a telehandler. I don't know if a telehandler's too big to come in here and turn around, but I'm sure a forklift will get the job done. We also probably need to do a little bit of groundwork here because forklift might have a hard time getting up and down, and this one was a little deep to get in here to do that. But anyway, we got those all full. Fed the pigs a little more. These three over here will be gone by next November. I just need to empty them grain, empty all the grain out of it, and get them sold and all the eggs picked up, and then we'll be done with those. So the good thing is we'll be down to just having to maintain these three. Should be easier for feeding, not easier for egg collection, unless, like I said, we can get lucky and drive along this side and be able to pick up the eggs through the window. We'll have to play around with that and see what we get, but that's kind of where we're at. I don't think I'm selling any eggs in December, even though that's the second best time to sell them. I think we're going to try and roll and see if we can make it. I do think I'm going to sell the pigs right when they give birth, so either at that 9-10 month mark. I don't think I'm waiting until they're ready to do the next one. That way we kind of change the way that we get cash. We get a little bit of cash then, because we should be able to sell off those moms and buy the piglets. But we'll have to see. That's where we're at right now. We'll keep working on the fields and keep chickens and pigs fed and go from there. So it does appear that we can pick up eggs with auto load from the outside here, so that's kind of relief. One less thing we have to worry about. We can get eggs from the outside. It's going to make our lives a little easier there. Well, like I say, we just really need to get some terraforming done. I'd really like to have them come out with a bridge mod here. It would help getting across that creek. It's just constantly jumping across it. Won't be as bad here in a bit because we'll have these three chicken coops gone. Won't have to worry about picking up eggs from them. So it's one less crossing all the time. This one, and I won't miss this one either. It's kind of a tricky one. You really gotta cramp it in there to get it. But that's kind of our daily chores for March. We haven't checked on the pigs in a little bit. So I think I'll run down there and look at the pigsty. We did add some more food to it. Can't remember. I think we brought back 20 bags, and what did we have the first time? 16. So they're going through quite a bit of food. We're a few months into the year, but essentially they're not even full grown. These guys are probably going to go through quite a bit of food when they're full grown. Can't remember what's the year on these. How old are they? 4 months old. Okay. Which looks like you could sell them for a profit right today too. What would we paid 230 and they're 456. I say profit. I'm not sure what exactly we spent on food. If it would break even, but I'm definitely going to wait till they breed. That way we don't have to pay that 230 again. Just have their babies in here like this and just keep recycling. Put down a few new ones. And we also need to start looking for some equipment. This tractor is just, especially like right now when it's snow out here, it struggles to pull the trailer. We need a bigger one. We need other equipment. I know technically it's probably cheaper to keep leasing, even like harvesters, but as we expand, it's just a huge pain. It's going to be much better if we have a second tractor and can harvest our own fields whenever we want. So we're going to keep eye on the market for that and work our way towards that as we go here. Just keep picking up eggs until these run out. Get these sold off. Get our pigs up and going till we can deal with them. We're a few months away from harvesting this. Does look like this field needs fertilized. I thought I got all these fertilized. I need to look at all these. I don't think it'll do us any good to fertilize in the snow, though. We'll have to let this snow melt. What's this field? Yeah, 50% as well. Maybe I screwed up and didn't do my second fertilization. It's been a while since I played this series. I kind of keep jumping back and forth between this and Survive 25, so I go a few days and haven't played over here and kind of forget what you're doing. So yeah, we're going to need to fertilize both of these one more time before we harvest. And I can't remember, that's June, right? So yeah, we can come in May and snow will be melted and knock it out. So that's what we'll do. Just get it fertilized, and once the snow melts. So it's August now, and our pigs are 9 months old, and they've had babies. So we now have piglets again, along with our full-grown pigs. And this is when I think I'm going to go ahead and sell the adults. Now I know I could keep these for a few more months till they're ready to breed again, and then make room in here for more, but or I could sell the piglet off, but I think just the easiest way is just to keep this 9-month rotation every 9 months. Sell. It's also going to give us cash in the middle of the year at times when we wouldn't have eggs for sale, so I think that's what we're going to do. Yeah, I think we're just going to go in here to the pigs. They're worth $1,000 now. If I remember right, we paid $230 a piece delivered. I'm not quite sure what profit we made, but I'm sure we made profit even with we bought a lot of feed, but I think we still came out ahead. So yeah, I think I think we're in good shape there. But do think we're just gonna. The beauty of having the babies now, we don't have to buy replacements. We can just sell these for 133 grand. I wish that we had better trailers because we could pay for a trailer pretty quick. As many of these as we're going to be buying and selling. Okay, so we're back to babies. Now we do have enough to put down another pigsty right now, but on the used market right now, there's this combine, and I need to start buying some equipment. Um, this is the second. This is your standard combine that you get on a lot of your starter farms. It's on sale right now. It just makes sense for us to go ahead and purchase this. We will need to buy the header if one doesn't come on the market by next year, uh, but that's fine. I'm gonna start buying some equipment here and there. Still looking for a second tractor and stuff like that. So I think we'll buy the combine for now, and I'll wait on the header just in case one comes on the market. Plus, I also wanna. I think you can actually go with a bigger header. Let's see here. The one it recommends is this one, which is only 6 meters, but I believe, if I'm not mistaken, we can step up to maybe this one, which has a little bit bigger of a header for 5 grand more, 7.6, and put this on here, um, which which would just speed things up for us. But I'll look into that before we roll around, or if depending on which one comes up on sale, if one of them comes up on sale before we get there, then we'll buy that. We also need to start looking into keep an eye out for slurry tanks because this thing is eventually going to fill with slurry. Now, I don't know that much about slurry and that. I've read where like if a dairy pen fills with slurry, your cows quit producing milk. I'm not sure what happens if this one fills with slurry. If anything bad happens, they quit growing, or. But I am gonna try and empty it, keep up with it. I think over here is where we pick up our slurry. Slurry tanks are expensive. Looking in the market for them, uh, and you have a couple options. You can just haul it off with these tankers, which is probably what I'm gonna do. Just probably lease for now. Once it gets pretty close to full, lease the smallest one, haul it all off to the bio plant, sell it. Otherwise, you can put it on fields, but looking at these, this one needs another attachment to be able to put it on your field. They're not very big. I guess my other question is what happens if I still have excess? It probably has to be hauled off and sold. So this might be a solution farther down the line when we get way more land and we can use more of the slurry. But for now, I think I'm going to lease it once a year, clean all my pins, and go from there. Uh, but that's kind of where we are for this episode. Next episode, we'll be back in November, sell off a bunch of eggs, um, hopefully put down 2 more pins in, and we'll be just 1 pin short on our pigs. I think we can get 2 more pins, and I think we should start rolling in the year after that with the pigs growing up. We'll be selling 4 batches of pigs a year. Our eggs are coming in. Um, I guess that's the other thing I didn't mention. We did sell off those 3 chicken coops, so all our chickens are in those 3 new bigger ones for now. But so we're down to 4 pens right now. Hopefully get these 4 back up. We'll be to 7 total, which is will keep us under that 12 for a while. But I think that'll do it for this episode. If you haven't already, please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Thanks. Bye.